Hey guys, how are you? Mike here from the Wellness Bucket. Thank you so much for joining me once again for another Motivation Monday message. Big time excited you guys are here, so let's go ahead and dive into this week's message. And this week's message is literally how to take 5 of your favorite exercises and be able to create literally hundreds of different routines. How in the heck is that possible? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. You can literally take 5 of your favorite exercises and turn it into hundreds of different exercise routines to follow. I know myself, I have my favorite exercises, and sometimes I don't always like to be changing up my workout routines. I like the exercises I like, but I like mixing things up without mixing it up too much, if that makes any sense. Perhaps you guys are the same. We go to the gym and there's tons of exercises we can be doing and lots of equipment we can be taking advantage of. Doesn't mean we want to, right? So how do we do that? Let me go ahead and give you 5 exercises that I like. They're pretty basic, but they literally cover all your muscle groups. And you can take these 5, specifically these 5 if you want, and based on these 3 things I'm about to share with you, create hundreds of different routines. So what are the 5 exercises? Number 1 is jumping jacks, 2 burpees, 3 push-ups, 4 squats, and then 5 sit-ups. So let's go ahead and take those 5 exercises and add 3 different elements to give you the ability to create hundreds of different routines. Number 1 is change the order in which you do your exercises. So if you're always doing it in that particular order that I just listed, change it up. So instead of your push-ups being being third in line, make them last. Instead of your jumping jacks being first on the list, make them last. I can tell you this, by doing that, changing the order in which you do your exercises completely changes the routine and challenges you differently than it does if you're used to always doing them in that same order. And if you don't believe me, try doing, take those 5 exercises I just gave you, and instead of doing burpees second in line, make them 5th. I guarantee you it's going to change the dynamic of how challenging those burpees are when you get to doing them number 5 on the list versus earlier in the 5 exercises that I just told you about. Okay, so number 1 is change the order in which you do your exercises. Number 2 is add a cardio component or a cardio element to it. What do I mean by that is before doing the exercises, perhaps go for a walk or a run around the block or around your neighborhood for 5-10 minutes, maybe a mile, maybe a bike ride. If you have access to a pool, a swimming pool in your backyard, maybe swimming. If you have an elliptical trainer at home, maybe elliptical for about 15-20 minutes, and then do the 5 exercises. So add an element of cardio to the exercise. That's number 2. Number 3 is we always think in terms of doing exercises in repetition, right? 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, 20 squats. Let's change it from repetition to timed. Make it a timed workout. It could be 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute even. So now instead of doing 20 push-ups, 20 squats, 20 sit-ups, you make it, hey, I'm going to do this for 30 seconds or a minute. I'm going to see how many push-ups or squats or sit-ups I can do in 1 minute. So you change it from repetition to a timed exercise. So that's the 3rd element to make things different as far as giving you variation and being able to take 5 exercises and turn it into hundreds of different routines you can do. So again, the 5 exercises that I mentioned are jumping jacks, burpees, push-ups, squats, and then sit-ups. And then the 3 ways to kind of change those routines up is 1 is make sure that instead of doing it in the same order every time, you change up your order. Number 2 is add a cardio component to it. And number 3 is instead of doing repetitions, make it a timed workout routine. All right, that's this week's message, guys. I hope it helps. It definitely helps me out, giving me a variety without having to change too much. Giving me too much of a variety. See what you think. And if I can help you create routines or create your own routine that you like with your 5 own exercises, let me know. Reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you guys. It's mike@thewellnessbucket.com. Have a phenomenal week ahead, guys. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. And until next Monday, cheers.